All right. Time to start the final stretch of this game jam. Day 9. Oh god. All right. Um today's agenda. We need to implement a lot of day shift stuff. We need to implement a lot more night shift stuff. And then hopefully we can squeeze in time to do a main menu. I'm gonna move my mic a little bit. There we go. Okay. Let's start with finishing up the day shift stuff. We need to do an implementation of the end of shift function. We need customers to leave after they order. We need to save at the end of the shift. We need to have the money save and be utilized. And maybe we'll do some human modeling. Big maybe. So let's start with the day shift stuff. Oh, thought I heard someone. In the Discord call. I should emphasize that. I'm fine. Just make sure OBS is capturing Discord correctly while I'm at it. Okay, it should be. Anywho, let's get the day shift stuff set up. Actually, I should have checked how we did it in the night shift first. Okay, so it's not in the game mode. End of shift, here we go. End of shift goes to save game. Save game saves the important stuff. And then it creates the night shift clock out widget, sets the game to paused, and tells the controller to pause the game. Interesting, okay. Pause game. Oh, that's why. Okay, that makes sense. So we're gonna need to set up some similar functionality. So let's do that. Well, actually, we don't need to worry about this. So what this is doing is when the night shift character says, hey, pause the game, or the game is paused, I should say, it's disabling keyboard input, showing the mouse cursor. That's already happening during the day shift, so we actually don't need to do any of that. And we already have it to where that's turned on by default. So what we actually need to do is just work on the character blueprint instead. So how the night shift character communicated that it was ready to end the shift was running out of ammo, if I'm not mistaken. I'm also not wearing my glasses, so like I'm kind of squinting to read some of this, if I'm being honest. Input action shoot, can shoot. Cast the magic gun will fire. So if we go to the magic gun, which, let's do this while we're here. We now have a magic gun model. We can replace this. What did I call the magic gun? Oh, it's not a skeletal mesh, right. It's a static mesh. Nope. What did I call it? Weapon? Oh, yeah. There it is. Oh, why? Oh, shoot. Oh. That's an issue. Okay, so we can do a component transform. So what we'll do is we'll add a sphere. We'll put it at the end of the gun, like that. jump to camera speed a little bit. Sphere, we'll set it to be hidden in game. And we'll also make it have no collision. Then get world transform. Sphere. That should resolve that issue. And just to make sure that's tested correctly, night shift, construction script, child actor attached to grip point. Let's go to the night shift. I see. I know we're going to replace this model, so it doesn't matter. Hold on. Okay, so that's also an issue. Magic gun, sphere. Let me look at that one more time. It's firing backwards. So we need to rotate this. Let's try rotating this 180 degrees. There we go. Cool. Bare minimum functional. Let's get back to the day shift stuff. Pulling back my notes. We need to start with an end of shift function. So day shift character. I don't think we're actually going to do this with the day shift character. End of day shift, create pause menu. No, that's not what I want to do. Because end of shift has a night shift clock out widget. So we need to create a clock out widget for day shift. So let's pull the night shift one as an example. And let's duplicate it first. We'll call it day shift clock out. Go into the graphs. We got to do some tweaking here. Cast to day shift. Nope. What did I call the day shift mode? Oh, day shift mode. Okay. Cast to day shift mode. We need to create a new function. Do we want it to be a function? Go back to the event graph here. Oh, that shift doesn't even have it set up, so it doesn't matter. Let's delete this. We'll just make it in here. Custom event. Call it end of shift. And when this triggers, we want to actually, we don't want it to trigger in here. Oh, I remember why the night shift is blank. It's because I wanted it to open level. Day shift level. We need to do more than that later. Like if the night character isn't saving, then we need to change that. I think it is though. Yeah, save game. So we'll need to set that up in the character logic itself. So in this widget, when we hit, how about just proceed to night shift. Exit to the menu is not going to do anything. Instead of ingredients collected, we'll call it ingredients remaining. Yo, 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 welcome back, Down Donkey. Let's see, so we can probably clean up a lot of this UI, but for now, whoops. Day shift has ended. And this one is, it's closing time. So maybe we should have the day shift function on a timer and just have a function for spawning and dropping in customers. That means I need to edit logic here because class defaults, we want the AI to work regardless of if it's placed in the world or spawned. Whoops. Save that. Okay. Day shift, clock out. All right, let's clean this up a little bit so I know what I'm looking at. Customer gives tips to player. This one is player asks customer if their order is correct. And then I thought of something last night. I don't know if I vocalized it. I did not like that this was on a tick function. There's a way around that. Basically, get rid of the event ticket in general. And just do custom event. Whoops. Custom event. And we're going to call it what's your order? And basically, if I can find it again, there it is. At the start of shift. What we're going to do is at the end of both of these, right? We're going to create, is it create? Timer, nope. Timer by function name. Then we'll take the what's your order, put it in here. Oh, put it in here. And we'll have it loop every, I don't know, 0.5 seconds. And then we also need to, what am I thinking of? Maybe it's timer by handle. Trying to remember how to create a handle for the timer. Oh, that's it right there. So just promote this to variable. And we'll call this talk to the customer. Why? Because why not? And basically, it'll cast this ray. And I think if this works the way I think it's going to work, add a branch here. If true, do this. And then clear and invalidate timer by handle. Am I lost? I am very lost. Bring this out. Bring this down a little bit. And then we'll just copy this here and set up another custom event. We'll call it next order. And basically when we ask the customer, is your order correct, the customer is going to respond back yes or no, and then tell the player that they can go back to asking the next customer for their order. If this works the way I think it's gonna. So let's bring this down, comment it, and call it talk to the next customer and ready for next order, because why not? So we actually need to open that customer parent again. Check my order, yada yada yada. At the end here, cast to day shift character, get player character, and then I already forgot what I called it. Next order. Next order. We should introduce a delay, just so that way the player doesn't accidentally ask the same customer for their order. And we'll tweak this once we figure out how quickly the NPC leaves. So let's go 5 seconds. Report order, place order. Right, its controller has a lot of the logic, doesn't it? Event begin play, go to here. Custom event. Leave the building. Get rid of this. We'll have it go to somewhere over here. It's just as long as it breaks the character's line of sight. So 500, and double to 1000. Negative 1500, 1000. And then on success, destroy actor. And then we're just gonna go in here. Bring this out a little bit. Cast to AI controller, or can I call the AI controller events from here? Nope. Customer controller, get AI controller. Plug that all in. Pull this back a little bit. Pull these out quite a bit. Leave the building. Let's see if this works. I don't think it's working. I kind of figured that might happen. But why? You report your order. You ask the customer controller, which is what you are being operated by, yes? Yes. To leave the building. That would be weird. There's a better way to do this. I just know it. What if we do tick? No, that would be a bad idea. Let's do custom event. Wait for order. Right? Or what am I doing? We don't need this. Or we can change this to order ready. Get rid of this. Set order ready to true. And then just to test if that works, timer by function name. Wait for order. Promotes variable order waiting. Basically branch. If it's false, do nothing. If it's true, leave the building. And then clear timer. Clear timer. Then leave. Oh, right. This. All right, test. Nope. So that cast is failing. That's basically what we're learning here. Cast to set order ready. Nope, that's not the way to do it either. Well, it was an idea. Can I maybe just put that logic in? If I copy all this. I doubt this is going to work, but we can at least try it. So we'll just do leave the building. It's also not working. Huh. Is this player cast even working? Now that I'm thinking about it. So if we plug this back in, go to our day shift character. Let's add a little print node that just says next order. Chocolate, vanilla, coffee. Next order. Okay, so the cast to the player is working. That's at least comforting. Just for some reason, the cast to its own controller is not working. Just as a test. No, we're not gonna do that. This will be our test. Do you even move anywhere if I tell you to? Nope. I didn't think so. Okay, so something is going wrong again. Let's just see if this is even functioning. So that's not functioning. So that's actually probably where our root cause really is. Just in case, though. Timer by events. Print string. Three seconds, looping. God, I'm gonna tweak. Why? Okay, we at least know this is working now. Is there any other point in this where it talks to the game mode, it talks to the player, all I want to do is destroy disable an object at runtime after upgrading it to a different object, but Unity is yelling about data preservation. Oh yeah, I've seen that in Unreal as well, where if you try to make it destroy certain things a certain way, it usually doesn't work out. It's pretty tricky. It's pretty tricky. Hopefully there's an easy fix for you. Like, there's got to be something, right? Unity is pretty flexible. Cast to customer. Let's just try this one more time, because I wonder if we maybe just did something wrong. Set order, ready to true. Test. Wait for the first hello. Yep, there's your drink. Still not working. Okay. Customer controller, leave the building. Let's try this. There we go. All right, it's fixed. It works now. I don't know how this was the solution, but it works now. The customer will now leave. Let's put that in our implementation notes. So day 09, implemented, customer leaving after ordering. So now what we need to do is we need to come up with a way for us to spawn that guy to get his order. I think what we can do is just kind of have the game mode maybe say spawn it in the level that way, but let's find out. So let's go to the customer controller. Actually, I didn't even check if it destroys the actor. Let's maybe print string, say destroyed, if that succeeds. Kind of wish I could simulate it, but that's fine. We know this is at least working. So how about before the actor is destroyed, cast to day shift mode. I'm gonna do some setup here. A new custom event. We'll call this next customer. We'll add a brief delay of maybe 3 seconds. And when it's completed, spawn actor from class, customer parent. We'll make a transform. Since the customer is going to be leaving this direction, it'd be kind of interesting to have them come from this direction. It would require that we do this first. That should work. Save that. Now just do positive 1500. So positive 1500 by 1000. So now we need to tweak this to say event begin play, or let's just test that this works first. Then we'll go from there. Customer parents. Nope, that's going to be customer controller. Get game mode. Next customer. Oh. I don't think that worked. First of all, that customer came in weird. And he also left weird. Oh, because I didn't actually copy paste these blocks. Okay. Bring that to about there. Bring this to about here. Let's try that again. Milk, vanilla, coffee. No customers. Okay. Maybe this needs to be in the level. let's go to the level blueprint. Paste this here, custom event, next customer, customer controller, get, nope. Get level. Maybe that's not how that works. Okay. How about we do a print string just to see if this is even working? We'll say mode. Okay, so that cast is failing. So why would it be failing? Oh, because it's waiting to succeed, maybe? Maybe if I just do this, break this, and then do on success. Vanilla iced coffee. That movement is very funny. Yeah, it is. Oh shoot. You got auto modded. There you go. It is funny that they leave without their drink, yeah. Maybe that'll be fixed. Maybe it won't be fixed. We'll see in time. For now, I can't even get the customer to let the game mode know that they left the building. So maybe instead, we'll take this. Paste it here. See if that works. No vanilla coffee, there you go. Nope. Something's going wrong with the spawning logic. So let's do this. Day shift level, event begin play, next customer. And then we'll get rid of our little test friend here, just to see how this is working. Oh, okay, hold on. Simulate. The customer is just not doing anything when it spawns. Okay, so I thought I fixed that though. Because if we go to here, placed in world or spawned, that should make it automatically start functioning, unless this has something I'm forgetting. Replication, actor, input. Always spawn, ignore collisions, yep. What if I make it spawn 5 units off the ground? Does that fix it? Nope. I don't know what's going on here. So I'm going to just quickly Google the solution to save us some time. Unreal Engine AI not working on spawn. Spawn AI from class. Oh, is that how it is. I did spawn actor, so what if we did spawn AI from class? Split struct. Customer parent. Nope, still not working. On spawn and possessing world, I think. Still not working. Maybe... Nope. Okay, I'm gonna keep looking this up a little bit. AI control pawns not moved when spawn. Here we go. This is an actual Unreal or forum post. Spawn pawns may spawn, but it must still remain. Let's try spawning them a little higher. Maybe 100 just to see if they even fall. I don't know why it's having issues. It's really weird right now. And I need to fix this issue now, so that way when I go to do the night shift AI, we don't have any issues. So what if we just do Unreal Engine spawn AI? Make a new character, AI controller, create a spawner. They're recommending having like an actual AI spawner. So let's just throw one together real quick. We'll say event begin play, spawn actor for class, customer parent. Real quick. Make transform, do that. Recombine struct. And then just break this so we don't have any conflicts here. Oh, I didn't put it in the world. Okay, so that's not working either. Or do I need to do... set tick... Or actually, you know what? Just realized something. Maybe I don't have start with tick enabled. No, I do. Interesting. I don't know. What else can we do? Yeah, there's a video that says how to trigger AI spawner. It's only 2 minutes. So I'm going to watch that real quick, because maybe that's going to answer what I'm missing here. I'll just take a drink of water while this is loading. He's starting the first part of the video just showing how to set up the spawner. That's starting to look a little interesting. I don't think this is what I'm looking for. Let's see what else we can find. So the controller has start with tick enabled. The actor has start with tick enabled. Not sure why this is having issues. Auto possess AI placed in world or spawn. What just spawned? What if I change it to just spawned? Nope, still doesn't want to do anything, evidently. Imagine. Guy character. Moving on spawn. Let's see what this says. Auto society placed in world respond. Let's see. Movable. Oh, hello. Oh, hello there. How's it going? Well, good news. We have it to where the customer can now place an order. Oh, sorry, hold on. Oh no, don't break as soon as I say that. For some reason, I'm having this new issue now where our little AI friend, our capybara, doesn't want to recognize that it exists. Okay. So, if I put it in the world physically, serve it, it gives a tip and then it leaves. And then it communicates with the game mode like, hey, we're ready to spawn the next customer. It'll spawn the next customer over here, and yet that customer won't move. What's worse is one of the solutions I saw was, oh, just make a spawner. So I made a quick spawner out of the order stand that we were starting to make. But nothing. Just no interest in moving. Which is a problem. Yes. As soon as he's able to do anything, he should move. But he's not doing that. And I'm not sure why. It's just really, really strange. So maybe what I should do is... Nope, that doesn't make sense. Because then that would mean... Can I get a reference to possessed actor? Nope. Get controlled pawn, maybe? Maybe if we just do... Oh, you know what? I hope this is not the answer, because I'm going to have to do a lot of overhauling if true. But here's my thought. This script is for the AI controller. This is the AI instructing whatever pawn it possesses. I want you to do this. Yes, when this customer gets destroyed and spawns again, it has a new life cycle. It's possible the controller doesn't have a new life cycle. The controller still exists in the world, is what I think is happening. Which, if true, not a fan of that. Which I don't think you can do. Because, like, I have destroy actor in this function for when the pawn leaves. It's like, oh, destroy yourself. So the controller can't be destroyed, but maybe there's a way to reset the controller. Not that I'm aware of. I could be wrong on this. Like this right here is how AI controls the pawn, you know. On spawn, does it get possessed by a controller? Yes, it gets... It does both. It should be and. Oh, hold on. Man, I think I may have just found a way trying to destroy in a stupid way. Change your begin play in the controller to on possess, maybe? Oh, you might be right. Hold on. Break this. On possess. Let's see if that fixes it. So... Oh, I love simple solutions. All right, now let's test if we can serve customers. Or did I disable that feature while I was testing? Next customer, delay, spawn. Okay. And then the controller is... Delete this, delete this. Sorry, I should have piped up earlier, but I'm slamming my face into my desk. No, you're fine, dude. I actually had chat covered by my search history, so that wasn't helping either. Okay. Yeah, he's programming in Unity right now, and he's running into his own unique issues. Okay, so our customer itself is telling the game mode, hey, you can call the next customer. There we go. Plug that in. Make sure that's working. All right, let's serve some capybaras real quick. You want a chocolate vanilla coffee? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, I know what the issue is. I know what the issue is. I accidentally I accidentally left the spawner on and the game mode on at the same time. Oh, by the way, not sure if it's intentional or not, but your friend is completely silent on stream. Oh shoot. Discord's not being captured again. Even though I thought I fixed that. Try again. Still not working. Okay, hold on. Usually it works if I like open the voice channel chat and then ask OBS to check again where Discord is. Or Discord can just not work right now. That works too.
I wouldn't be able to tell because I was silent for most of it.
No, it was working. I got it working now.
Okay,
you're audible. I was watching the audio levels.
Oh, I am audible.
Yeah, I was watching the audio levels yesterday, so I know that it was working at least yesterday.
I can go back to muting the stream.
Okay. Again, testing, serving coffee.
Thanks for pointing that out.
All right, you want vanilla coffee?
God, imagine having a drink that's 2/3 vanilla extract. It tastes so bad.
I need to do something about the coffee spawning on the left here and being left behind by the customers.
Could you make it deleted when the...
I can give it a lifespan. I could also make it get deleted when these guys walk away too, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I just realized something. Here, if I full screen this properly, you'll see. Watch this corner right here.
This corner...
So, sorry.
Oh,
right side.
Okay.
So, chocolate. I don't have milk. Coffee. So what's happening is they're failing to reach their destination, or only the controller is thinking about destroying the actor, not the actor itself. Which both are bad. I think 5 seconds is enough time for them to be more or less off screen.
Hello?
Oh, hey, Kaylee.
Hi.
Hi. You guys, oh yeah, you're in the recording. I clicked on it and everything.
Just programming right
We're
now.
on stream.
Yeah, okay. Alright. Well, I just wanted to say hi.
I saw your message yesterday. Hopefully that goes well.
Thank you. I'm working on it. I decided to just move on for now, and I'll touch back on that when I come back through. I made the mistake of rereading that chapter completely through, and now I have a ton of notations that
need to be addressed.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
We'll see. Have you still not heard back from your competition?
No, not yet.
Man. Well, I guess that makes sense. There's a lot to read there, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't know how many people submit, but I'm sure it's a lot. So we'll see.
We will see.
I'm taking we haven't heard anything as good news. I was hoping that they would send out when they do the second round of judging if you made it or not,
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't know, because if it's the first round of judging, if they send an email out, you would think they would do that for the second round, but I don't know how it works. So we shall see.
We shall see.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Hi, Kenny.
I won't be on for a while, but
I'm gonna be getting off here soon. Anyway, as well. And Casey's dying.
Well, here, let's take this opportunity to say hello, miss you guys. We should do something soon.
Soon.
Available tonight.
You're available tonight.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, he's gotta go to
it's my off
bed.
Saturday.
Oh. Start thinking.
Okay.
I'll do anything.
Oh my goodness.
Have fun.
All right, guys, we'll see you tonight.
Yeah. See you
Later.
then. I'm trying to tighten up the spawn timer, but it's not quite going as fast as I was hoping. What if I just, instead of putting the delay there, put the delay here? Next customer responds immediately and the actor disappears shortly after. Let's see. Vanilla iced coffee. I'm so happy that text bubble is working. Oh no, it goes too fast. Okay, I think the other issue is that I also, oops, not 100 seconds. I also changed their tick interval somewhere. Or was it the controller's tick that I changed? Nope. I don't know what that is then. Chocolate espresso coffee. There we go. Please tell me your order. Why aren't you telling me your order? Did you get wrong orders working? Yes. They give less tips and say this is not my order. So that's working. Seems like we have an occasional bug where the player isn't told that they can ask for the next order though now. So we need to figure that out.
Persistent. Now.
What's your order? Customer places the order, we clear and invalidate the timer. And then the customer, when they get their order, should be telling the player, you can now ask for the next order again, which should set this timer back up again. Unless what we need to do is actually...
Hey guys.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, so just because you brought it up and I decided to check my submission.
Mhm.
So I received the email that said that it was like the first round of judging had started at 2:46 p.m. on the 17th. The status of my submission changed to in progress at 6:57 p.m. So we think they did read it.
Hey, that's something.
Yeah, so Kenny thinks, like we were just talking, and we definitely think that it's been read and that I am possibly still in it right now.
Fingers
Yeah.
crossed.
So, fingers crossed, because that would be so amazing. I would feel so good.
Would be a good thing.
Okay, I just wanted to let you guys know. Bye.
Yeah, take care.
Bye.
Okay, so I think what the actual issue is for some reason, the player is able to ask the customer for their order again after we gave them their order. And so what's happening is, because the customer told us their order twice, this function doesn't activate again. So we need to increase how frequently this timer activates, I think. Starting with a slight delay. We'll make the delay, I don't know, 1 second. We'll make the timer 1 second as well. That might fix the issue. So espresso iced coffee. Okay. That customer needs to leave faster. Your order is done. You're not allowed to stay in this restaurant anymore. Get out of my shop.
Here's your drink. Get the hell out.
Where is the trigger for this? So, just to make sure I'm doing this correctly, yada 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 yada. We literally tell. Oh wait. That's the issue right there. So, okay, for context, the controller possesses the pawn and tells the pawn go to the counter to order, and then every 3 seconds, it asks the pawn, "Did you get your order?" That's every 3 seconds. So if we give the pawn the order and the controller just asked, the controller's just going to wait 3 whole seconds before it asks again. We need to increase the frequency. So let's set it to 1 second and see what that does. Chocolate vanilla coffee, so chocolate vanilla coffee. There we go. Now we just need to serve a few more customers just to make sure this is working correctly. Milk chocolate coffee. Nice, nice.
There goes your 1 milk. Hopefully no one asks for more.
Hopefully. Iced chocolate coffee.
Goes your last chocolate. Oh no!
Oh god.
The cops!
I have no milk. Will you take vanilla substitute? Holy,
extras.
why
I'll
are you
never
not
notice the
using
difference.
event dispatchers? I think that's what they're called in Unreal, to just alert the customer that they've been given an order. Because I couldn't figure out a way to make it work. And so we did this hacky solution. And I'm not willing to explore how to change that right now, because we need to actually get actual functionality going. We are so far behind. We are
That's fair.
so
Yeah,
far
yeah,
behind.
that's fair.
Okay. We need to come up with a way to call end of shift. Should we do based on capacity of the shop or hours of the shop? That's the next question.
I think hours. Like giving you a timer to get as many customers as you can out, and that also incentivizes you to stock up on enough resources to get that out. So then it turns into a quick time event, pretty much, of how fast you can get the coffee out.
Okay, I'm done for that. So what we want to do is, I know I've done this before. I just need to remember how to do it. Or hear me out. Set timer by function name. Or maybe set timer by event would make more sense. Set timer by event. Create a timer variable, and we'll call it day shift. Make a custom event. We'll call it hours. Hours until end of shift. It's not literally going to do that, but I'm going to call it that. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a variable. We're going to call it clock in. Sure. And what we're gonna do is flip flop. Yeah. I already forgot how to use flip flop. I'm on track. I'm onto something. I just don't remember how it works. Here we go. Flip flop. Unreal documentation. Flip flop. Yes. Execution that will be pulsed based on the internal state. This is the starting pin. Execution that will be pulsed based on the internal state. A is A based on the current internal state. Flip-flop takes the input flow and toggles it between two outputs. Each pulse of the input causes an inversion. Oh, okay. So, set clock in to true. Set clock in to false. I probably don't actually need to do this. Shoot. I guess A do nothing, and then when this triggers again, we will clear timer by handle. There's our handle. And then we'll say custom event, end of shift. And just to make sure this is working, let's set the shift to be, I don't know, 20 seconds. Looping. And on end of shift, we will print string. Actually, instead of print string, create widget. Pause menu.
Later.
Add to viewport. And set game paused. True. Let's serve customers as quickly as you can in 20 seconds. Chocolate espresso coffee. Milk coffee? I only have one milk. Is that okay with you? Ice coffee. Vanilla chocolate coffee. It works.
Yay!
I'm glad that works. Cool. We now have an end of shift mechanic. So, last question, and then I'll let you decide if you want to stay longer or not. But how long is a shift?
Sub 5 minutes, definitely.
How about we start with let's start with 60 seconds.
Okay. That is sub 5.
Yeah, because like I don't know how many resources on average we're gonna have for a shift.
Yeah.
So starting off small should be a decent start.
Yeah.
Cool.
We should also be able, or make a button to manually end the shift.
Ooh,
Close early.
that's a really good call, actually. I don't have the right stuff open. So let's close the night shift stuff real quick. We can close the customer stuff. That's all taken care of, kind of. And then
We should also make it to where there's a limited number of wrong orders before it's either an end game event or or forced closed.
Ooh, I like that idea too. Okay. End shift early button I think makes sense on the top right, right?
Yeah, sure. Or I think middle, top middle.
Top middle, okay.
Yeah, that way it's easily visible.
Let's do top middle like that. 0? Nope. Negative 100. Okay, maybe I should size it the right way first, and then we can figure that out. Let's do 50, 60, 200. Yeah, that's a decent size. Let's do the y coordinate being maybe 50.
Because also our cursor doesn't go to that side of the screen during
regular
standard.
gameplay.
Yeah, so it's less likely to accidentally click that in a
And shift
panic
early.
mode.
Set this middle. Sets the outline size to be 1, maybe 5. And then shrink the font to be, I don't know, 10? That's too small. 20. 15. Okay, maybe we just need to increase the size of the button in general.
Yeah, I think button size.
End of shift. Let's try... How big is this button? 200 by 100? You go ahead. You said ideally?
Ideally, it would be like same-ish size font, or take up the same space as the ingredients. Like the text, coffee ingredients. Or serve drink. Actually, yeah, either of those.
I think they're both the same size, actually. Coffee ingredients is size... Oh, no, that's size 35. And serve drink is 24. So we got some variance going on here.
I think the serve drink size is probably better.
Gotcha.
Because that's an interactable button, whereas the top is just a title.
Right, right. Maybe if I... Instead of saying end shift early, maybe just saying end shift. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Still haven't fixed the text completely destroying the size of the buttons. I might just... I don't know. I'm so annoyed with it, and it seems like the Unreal community don't have an answer. Just a test. Just a quick concept test. Okay, that doesn't do what I was hoping it was going to do, so screw that idea. I'll come back to it. It can be a polishing thing. We don't need to make it work right now. Make sure the text is not the button. Make sure the button is the button. On-clicked. Cast to game. Whoops. Stay shift mode. Get game mode. And then end of shift. Then we have our clock out menu here. I just have it as proceed to night shift and exit to main menu. I don't think there's... Well, we need to add a shop at some point, but other than that, I think that's pretty much all we really need to do. We can just have... I have it says ingredients collected. It's supposed to be ingredients remaining. I literally copy-pasted the night shift end of day screen. So there's some cleaning up to do here. Good news, it's that easy. So... Is this casting to the save to pull that information? It is. So before the end of shift triggers, we need to make sure that the day shift character saves. So end of shift, pull that out. I shouldn't have closed the night shift character because it has a lot of the skeleton of what we need to do here. Here it is. So grab this. This. We'll make a new function. We'll call it save game. And now time to make some spaghetti code. Inputs, add, and then that, and then that's it. Okay, cool. It's nothing that complicated. It's just I got to do it a lot. So let's start with get tips, or is it money? I need to fix that naming convention. That is terribly confusing. Get.
Well,
then,
ideally there'd be 2 quantities gained: tips based off of how fast or well you do or your coffee is, and then the price for the coffee
ideally.
that you get no matter what. But
Yeah, currently the player gets rewarded either way. You just get a slightly smaller reward for giving bad coffee. What if we make the bad coffee tips be... Oh, right, we put meme values. Capybara needs to be more stingy. Order recipe minimum tip. Here we go. We need this to be like really bad. So maybe 0 to 5.
yeah.
That way, maybe it's not displayed through the character, but it is displayed through your end of shift income that you did a bad job. And then as for if they got a bad order, I can throw something sloppy together real quick. Day shift, not the level. Shift mode. How do I want to do this? Let's make a new integer. We'll call it bad taste. And basically, new custom event. We'll call it bad taste as well. Oh, we can't do that apparently. We'll say unsatisfied. And what we'll do is we will, when this gets called, it's going to, we can actually just do this. It'll add 1 to the value of bad taste. And then it's going to check if bad taste is greater than or equal to, let's say 3. Would you say 3 bad customers in a minute is pretty bad?
Yes.
Okay. And if true, end of shift.
Yeah.
Now all we need to do is go back in here. And this is going to look so sloppy, so apologies to anyone who likes clean code. You weren't getting any of that anyway.
My heart.
Scroll this out quite a bit. Go back in here. Add a reroute node. Throw that way up there. Then we're going to drag this all the way over here. Oh no, because the castle failed because if it's too late in the game. Apologies to everyone who wanted clean code. You're not getting any. We'll do the cast early. And then call the event unsatisfied. Now we add that reroute node I was talking about. Go all the way across to here. Add another reroute node so it looks somewhat logically organized. And then just to make sure this is working, Let's fail 3 orders. That's 1. Oh, please don't tell me I broke something. I broke something.
It's the end.
Access none here.
But you still somehow got a tip.
Yeah, somehow. It's not letting me scroll across. Next customer failed. Why? Let's do the ugly thing again then. Break that. Plug this all back in. Oh, there's an error. Oh, the error's gone now. Try again. Milk vanilla coffee. Vanilla iced coffee. Oh wait, I meant to fail the drinks. Hi, welcome to Sonic. You want ice? Here's ice.
Actually, no, I wanted a Slurpee. Here's ice.
Here's ice. It's basically a Slurpee.
What flavor? Water flavor.
Water flavor. Alright, this should be the final failure. Oh, that's not working. Oh. It works.
Yay.
Okay. Nice. I drove to work this morning, sat in a chair for 3 hours, was like, great, I'm gonna drive back home now and sit in a chair for more hours. My butt is loving it. Okay, at least that's all functioning. We do need to do some other stuff. What was this supposed to do again? Save. We need to cast to the player and tell him to save. Cast to day shift character. Get player character. Save game. And we need to finish setting up the functionality for the save game. Slide that over. Was there anything more to this saving? Nope, it really is that simple. Good to know. So, this will actually be even more simple for the rest of it, the ingredients. Because instead of adding what the player has in their hands to what the save game has, it's just going to be, hey, save game, this is all I have. So we'll call this save tips. Then we just need to do grab coffee beans, set coffee beans, boom, boom. Not that. Let's get coffee beans. There we go. Let's just grab the rest of these values out so I don't forget. Set vanilla beans. Set chocolate beans. Set espresso beans. And then finally, set milk. All right, now we're going to test this by first making sure everything else is set up correctly. So, coffee interface, move from parent, I believe? Or would a new widget just override that? I guess we'll see. Day shift clock out. On return, open level by name. We're just gonna reopen the level we're in just so we can see if our ingredients saved properly. Then go to our game mode. Create widget. Day shift, clock out. Add to viewport. Compile save. Let's see if this works. I didn't spend anything. Hi, do you want just coffee? There you go. End of shift. That's not good. It's not showing the right value there. Okay, so we did something wrong. Oh, is it because coffee interface and shift, save game. That should have worked. Day shift character, save game. Here, we'll add another pin. Print string. Game saved. Game saved. Okay, so it should be updating all that. Unless night shift character. Save game. Ah, I knew I was forgetting something. Save game to slot. That's the final thing we need to do. We're not actually saving anything. We're just setting stuff. Bring this down. Save game to slot 1. Compile save. Test.
Alright. If I have any hope of waking up at a reasonable hour today, I need to get to bed.
Alright, thanks for dropping by.
Yep.
I'll see you
Best
tonight.
of luck.
Okay, and shift. It works. Okay. That took way less time than I was expecting, but I'm glad that's true. Yeah, we only spent an hour and a half getting everything to where we are now. Really feels like it's been longer. Okay, so essentially, all the day shift mechanics are done. The only thing we haven't really set up for day shift is spending the money to upgrade our ammo count at night. But I think we can come back to that. Or we can just do it in the UI real quick. Save us some headaches. Yeah, let's do that. Let's also fix this button's functionality. Let's do this real quick. Change test level to night shift level. Night shift level. Then go back to the designer. We're going to duplicate this. Coordinates are -250 by -250. Then we'll just slide it over a little bit. -800 should be good. -250 to 800 is about 550. So this should be 300, just to make it even. Let's also center these a little bit. Nice. Let's change these button functionalities. So we'll call this call this the shop. Then what we'll do is we'll do available cache. Actually, we'll make a binding real quick. Get an append in here. Oh, nope, we need to text from a string. Get an append. We'll do available tips. Then we'll cast to save game. Or actually, should be. Yes, I thought so. Grab this, then go to here, paste this here. Slide this up a little bit, grab all this, slide this back a little bit. Get tips or money. Then we'll make this say upgrade weapon. Yeah, upgrade ammo count. Let's make this button say that actually. Upgrade ammo count. And what we'll do is we'll get rid of this button. And then we'll grab another text. Let me put it where I want it, please. There we go. Oh, that button has a lot of spacing, so maybe we just need to add some padding here. Or, alternatively, take the padding off this and add that padding to here. There we go. Current ammo account. Create binding. Copy this logic. Get max ammo. Paste that here. Current ammo. Boom, boom. Let's rename these functions as well, just so I know what I'm looking at here. Get max ammo. Get money. Then go to here. We need to rename this button. Upgrade ammo. Put this in here as well, before I forget. And let's create a variable. We'll say money. Integer. Sure. Oh, shoot. That didn't even change anything. What? Okay, that was just weird. So when we hit upgrade ammo, we want to first check if they have enough money. So what we should also probably do cafe save game. Let's add another upgrade ammo staff integer here. We'll call it upgrade cost. And by default, what are the mean values we put in our tips? $25 and $50. So the player should reasonably be able to get, excuse me, they should reasonably get like $200 to $300 a day. So we should make sure the ammo cost is kind of high enough to incentivize them to play really well during the day shift and be smart during the night shift. So maybe the ammo cost upgrade will be 200 at the start, and then every time they do, hold on, branch, I guess while we're still in this function, we can also pull the upgrade cost. So pull upgrade cost. We'll set a new variable. We'll call it upgrade costs. Set it here. So does money, or is money, greater than or equal to upgrade costs? If true, we need to do some maths. Set money equal to money minus upgrade costs. Then we want to cast to, or load game from slot. Slot 1. Cast to save game. Set money equal to the new money value. We'll add a reroute node here. And then set upgrade cost to be the current upgrade cost. Let's do times 1.5, or we can't do times 1.5. Maybe we'll just add 100 every time. There we go. We also need to get max ammo. I don't know why I was spacing on the name so hard. And do an increment. And then save game to slot. Okay, let's make sure this makes sense. You're looking at the store. You see that you only have 5 bullets, and you want to buy 1 more. So, you decide to spend the money to upgrade your ammo. You click the button. Do you have enough money to pay for the upgrade costs? Yes, you do. Okay, cool. So, your money is subtracted. And that gets saved immediately. The upgrade costs go up, and your max ammo goes up by 1. Then it saves. That should be everything we need. So, now we just need to display the cost. So let's change this to upgrade cost. Make a new binding. Upgrade costs. Copy all that. Paste it here. Get upgrade cost. Pull this up a little bit. There we go. So we actually don't need this. Well, we need this part. Set that there. Slide these back over. So I did available tips here. This one we want to say upgrade costs. Iced espresso coffee. Got $68. Vanilla coffee. Okay. Iced espresso coffee. Milk iced coffee. You can just have iced espresso coffee. Chocolate espresso coffee. Okay, we can do that. Vanilla coffee for you. Actually, let's pretty sure I failed 3 in a row there. Yeah, the end shift is not working now. Oh, the upgrades work though. So that's neat. At least that's all working. Man, a lot of good work today. Except for the fact that you can't read this stuff. Is there a way to change the background blur to a color? Not quite. We can work on that later. In the interim, let's update our notes on what we've implemented. So implemented customer leaving after order. We implemented next customer arriving. We implemented end of day shift. Based on time. Implemented end of day shift based on upset customers. Implemented end of day shift, or we should call it early end of day shift in widget. What else did we do? We implemented saving money. Implemented saving tips. Implemented end of shift widget. It displays and saves remaining ingredients. Displays upgrade shop for night shift ammo capacity. What else did we do? I guess bug fixing. General bug fixing. On player character, customer, and coffee mechanics. Next customer, end of shift, unsatisfied. Okay. Oh, we implemented weapon upgrades. That's what I meant to add. Cool. Save everything. What else is left to do for day shifts? I don't think there is anything. Well, other than polishing literally everything in it, but I think we'll be fine. Yeah, I think we can start working on the night shift stuff. We do need to get rid of the print string stuff, so let's print string. Make sure these are all at the end of a function so we don't screw something up really badly. Okay, so that's good. It's macros. Item parents. Yeah, we could drop that. Actually, that's a night shift thing. We'll leave that alone. We're going to focus specifically on anything day shift related. So coffee parent. Oh, this is the actual coffee itself. We need to do something about this too. I think short-term solution. Go back to our character. Or is it in the widget that we had it spawn the coffee? Serve drink, spawn actor. Okay, yeah. Let's just... Ingredient ID, make array. What? Hold on. I'm getting confused here. Give order. Coffee interface. Serve order. Ah. Okay. Let's just disconnect these. We'll slide it over here for now. And then we'll slide these over. Okay, where else are we seeing print strings? Sculpt mode, coffee parent, customer controller. Yeah, we don't need this, and we don't need this. We don't need this anymore. We don't need this. We don't need this. The rest of it is something unreal, and day shift level, which we know isn't doing anything. Yeah, it's not doing anything. Oh no, it is doing stuff. Just do that. Yeah, okay, we're good. That's basically all the day shift stuff we need to do, other than the coffee. Well, we disabled the coffee spawning, so it should be fine. From here, we're gonna take a brief intermission. I say brief, it's gonna probably be an hour. I'm just gonna get some food, stretch my legs a little bit, and then we'll resume. On the Twitch side, there'll be no changes for you guys, but for those of you watching on YouTube, I'll set up another quote-unquote scheduled stream for when we start next. So